All right, I am going to do a Aries Pisces cusping reading real quick before I go do some errands here. Okay, so let's see. Let's just get one card from here. Okay, crested crane marks the center. Okay. Get one more from that other deck. Where is that? Alright, let me get some of these. Let's see who or what person could we be talking about too? If it's someone in love interest. Let's see. Oh, it fell on the floor. Okay. Soulmate energy. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting, first thing I'm getting is like a feeling if here's water on the bottom, but it's emotions, and what I'm getting is a feeling of, if you've been with somebody for a while, it's like, are they still into me kind of energy. That's what I'm getting. Okay, and let's see, Venus and water. So Venus is in, I want to say Pisces right now. So you could be even considering just thinking about yourself, okay, and where you're going to move and what it's kind of like what floats your boat energy. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Okay, let me get another one. Okay, and for some of you, it could be concerns about family, and it could be just a positive thing that's coming up, because for some of you who are Christians, you might be celebrating Easter. Okay, so you might be spending time with family. Okay, and let me get one on that. Yeah. Okay. Now, for someone, this is like your family brings you a lot of joy. Now, for some of you, it's not necessarily family, but children. Children could even be considered as like pets, also. Okay. Okay, so let's see. But I'm actually getting time spent in the sun, also. Okay. Now, if you're an earth sign and you're here, okay, and you're wondering about your soulmate, okay, get one on that. Okay, they're trying to recalibrate and see what they're going to invest in career-wise, is what I'm getting. Okay, and how they're going to move this year. Okay, let me get another one. If you're a Taurus and you're here and you're wondering about a Gemini, okay, the thing with them is that they seem like they're always trying to balance out some sort of energy here. Now, that could be talking about the twins, right? But I feel like whoever this is, it's like people depend on them, and because they can see from different points of perception, they might, it feels like they might even get into more than it's like the feeling of biting off more than you could choose. Let me get one more on that. Okay, now for someone, this is a Taurus with an air sign. Okay, all right. It's going to take time, so you just have to be easy on yourself. Okay. And for some of you, they might be traveling a lot, and that their career might call for travel. So the suggestion here then is, if you're on speaking terms and open communication about going places with them, I feel like that's very important. Okay, now now, for someone, it was very challenging energy with this air sign, and you didn't know, like, or fire sign, and you didn't know who they were sometimes. Okay, but there's nothing that communication can't solve. Okay, I want to say. Okay, sometimes it can be challenging because there aren't cooperative people, but through healing self evaluation, not to be not to be hard on yourself, but just look at your part of the equation, right? With no judgment. Okay. And then communicate. Okay, now for some of you, that might have been like some Pluto energy, or what you call the karma, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly for some. Okay, all right, but I feel like things are balancing out, though. That's the good news. Okay, now let's see. Let me get that other deck. All right, so we're in Capricorn moon until, I want to say noon tomorrow, somewhere around there. And so, if you follow the resurrection story, right, then there could be even a feeling with that air card that came out, a lightness all of a sudden. Okay, so let me get something on that. A wounded healer. Okay. Now, I did a shorts video, and they were talking about laying of the hands. And you could even do that to yourself, like on your face, on your ears, on your heart, and you know, even a gentle touch on someone's shoulder or arm, you know, that could be uplifting too. All right, so I feel like this is saying that through connection, that you were able to find healing in some capacity. Okay. All right. Now, this protector energy is could be the person you're dealing with. Okay. Especially if they're a Libra or a Gemini, I want to say. Okay. And sometimes, if there's not a balance of that protective energy can be like cross boundaries, and even could look like not trusting energy. Okay. And on the bottom, we have, what do we have here? Oh, this came out. Oh, I forgot. Okay. All right. Now, yesterday I tried to do an Aquarius reading, right? And the camera cut out, and then this, it was like one thing, and then it was like I got distracted, and then the completion of the reading didn't happen. Okay, so now here we are, and this is what was coming up, was strength and perseverance through the challenges. Okay, now, and this is like the gift giving. Okay, so, but look at the ears. Okay, so, all right, let me get another one. All right, so see, this is the energy I feel like you're using, the discernment. Oh, okay, so I get what that's saying. Okay, so fox can be like trickster energy, and sometimes when the devil card comes up, it's like trying to look at reality and maybe not taking it face value. It's like really looking at your reality and see what's really going on. Okay, now, so this could be even concerns with a partner here, okay, or someone you're interested in. Okay. But I feel like this is saying through strength, find strength in yourself and give to it the connection. Now, there's a whole lot of symbolism with dragon energy. So, but there could have been a purification here for someone, and now you're ready to connect with someone. Okay, now for some of you, you could be a healer, and you could be very protective about this could be even material things. Okay. All right, but let's go ahead and read this now, and then I'll read the other two, and then we'll close. 39. Oh, that's interesting. 37 is Dragon Fae of the West. Okay, let's see. 37, 39, though. All right, 39. Okay, so I feel like for someone you live in the West, and that's why that popped up. Okay, now. All right, so that would just be confirmation for someone. Okay, crested crane marks the center. Okay, the center of the mandala is the place where all is possible. The center is the call to an evolutionary shift with steadiness and grace. A spiritual shift generates excitement, uh, confusion, chaos, and creative freedom. This is a wild card moment on the soul path where many new potentials and opportunities arise as if out of nowhere. Okay, it is the realm of magic, synchronicity, and unexpected. Okay, so there will be some, if you feel like you got off sync with somebody, that's, you're coming back into sync with them. That's what I see. Okay. All right, and be open to the unexpected. Things may seem to be falling apart, and so that could be like the Capricorn moon, and then Easter shows up, right, for some, and then things seem fresh and new. Okay, but in a more meaningful and true way, they're really falling into place. So things are aligning. Okay, that's good news. All right, now let's do the, okay. So here is a prayer of dedication. Okay. For the spiritual benefit of all beings, and with divine grace and mercy, I create this sacred offering towards integration, understanding, tolerance, and compassion, freedom, and unity for the manifestation of peace, goodwill, and love for all. Ooh, I like that. We need that. Let me read that again. For the spiritual benefit of all beings, and with divine grace and mercy, I create this sacred offering towards integration, understanding, tolerance, compassion, freedom, and unity for the manifestation of peace, goodwill, and love for all. And see, that's the gift card here. Okay, now, that's nice. Okay, now let me read these. All right. Wounded healer. Okay, so that my scars might be a source of strength. Okay. Okay, so someone might have scars. Okay, all right, now. Okay, so, it could be like tribal, kind of getting those vibes. Okay, so anyway, stronger with each tear, and from every hardship drawing strength. The wounded healer calls us to recognize the wisdom that comes from the hardship, that we might heal and be healer. Strength through pain, the higher reason. Giving back to others after a period of self-restoration. Allowing the lessons to come. Oh, that was like renewal of spirit in the shorts. Okay, allowing the lessons to come. Tattooed and adorned, not scarred or forlorn. Meditation. Have you ever found yourself tending to wounds that brought you wisdom? Call upon the totem of the owl to provide you with insights into painful situations where higher wisdom is at play. Flying above the present on the wings of the owl, can you see a higher purpose or wisdom? How did you heal from your wounds? And can you share that healing with others? Okay, here's an affirmation. I gain strength from my hardships. I am a wounded healer imbued with wisdom. Or you could change that I am. I am a imbued with wisdom. I share my gifts with the world. Along your fairy flight, when presented with a difficult, painful, or perhaps even hurtful situation, remember the story of the wounded healer who went to earn unparalleled wisdom through her trials. Remember your strength and endurance. Oh, that reminds me. Last weekend, for 2 days in a row, there was this frisbee team, and they kept singing this song, Hold On. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. And they were singing that song for 2 days. I was like, I wonder if that's for me. Yeah. Okay. But so maybe that's for you too. Okay. All right. So let's get a moon card. All right. So for those of you who celebrate Easter, happy Easter, I want to say. Okay. Ooh, talk less, feel more. See, now that came out in the shorts reading. Stillness. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Okay, talk less, feel more. Okay, and you got a Gemini card too. Okay, new moon in Gemini. Think it through. Okay, maybe that's think before you speak. Okay. Okay, and be real. Okay, so if you're dealing with an Aquarius, what I want to say is they're going through a journey where, okay, it's kind of like finding themselves again through the thick of things. Okay, that's the feeling. Okay, and so for some, they might be questioning their career, but I feel like they're on the right track. It's just about fine tuning it and like making it your own story. Okay, so if you're a Taurus and you're separated with an Aquarius, okay, I feel like there is a coming back together. Okay. All right, and full moon in Leo, go wild. Okay. Now that's interesting because today I was looking at a lion card and it had a third eye. Okay, so in your stillness, you might focus on your third eye. Okay, and but again, that would be looking at different points of perception. Okay, through the lens of spirit. Especially if there are some prickly things, right? Because here's some cactus over here that happened. Okay, it's like integrating those experiences into wisdom, and then being able to move forward and getting past any kind of trauma from the past. Okay, and last quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings, acknowledge them. That's the key. An Aquarius might not acknowledge it if you're here. So if you want to acknowledge your feelings, that way you stay in touch with your emotions, and then you can move it any way you want to. Okay. All right, so now that's interesting because there was a stone that came up in one of the readings, and I feel like maybe holding some sort of crystal or something that's important to you in your hand and meditating with it, something that brings you joy, may be helpful. And then this is like finding new footing, right? Oh wow, mountain Capricorn sometimes, right? Can climb those burly mountains. Okay. And then finding balance. That's like weighing the heart and the soul, right, on the scales, and feeling like your soul can be as light as a feather. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so I want to say Aries and Pisces, step into your power. Okay, and for some of you, dance movements might loosen up some flow there. I leave you with that. Thank you.